friends, welcome. I brought a book for you today about egg-laying animals. It's called Chickens Aren't the Only Ones, and it's by Ruth Heller. This is a true fact book. Another word for true fact is non-fiction. So everything in this story is true about different animals who lay eggs. Chickens aren't the only ones. Chickens lay the eggs you buy. The eggs you boil or fry or dye. Maybe you've done that. Make some Easter eggs. Or you leave alone so you can see what grew inside naturally. But in order for a chick to grow inside, it has to be a fertilized egg. So usually you would have be on a farm and have a hen and a rooster. You have to have the boy chicken and the girl chicken to have the fertilized egg that will make a chick. Chickens aren't the only one. Here's some peacocks. This is the boy peacock and the peahen, the girl who lays the eggs. Every bird, wild or tame, does the same. So tame birds would be like birds we have at a farm, like turkeys, or birds you would see at a pond, like ducks and swan. And then wild birds, there are many different kinds of wild birds, as you can see here. You probably know flamingos and penguins and toucans, all kinds of wonderful birds. The ostrich lays the largest egg, and the hummingbird lays the smallest. There it is down there, teeny tiny. Chickens aren't the only ones. Most snakes lay eggs. And here are the snake eggs. They look long, like a pill. And lizards do too. And crocodiles. And turtles do. They all lay eggs. Here are the turtle eggs. They're very round. And dinosaurs who are extinct, but they were reptiles too, and they laid eggs. Extinct means they're not alive anymore, right? But when they were alive, they laid eggs. And here's a baby dinosaur coming out of the egg. Frogs and toads and salamanders lay eggs. And when they hatch, they're tadpoles who grow legs and climb a lily pad, just like their mom and dad. They don't have claws or scaly skin. They are called amphibians. Fish eggs float up to the surface or sink down to the bottom of the ocean floor. So I see some here, I see some in here. Fish eggs. This mother seahorse lays her eggs into the father's pouch, and he keeps them there until they hatch, and then he's through. I think that's nice of him, don't you? These fathers too are helping out by guarding eggs, protected by this foamy mass that's floating by. And they won't leave until they're sure that all the eggs have hatched. And you probably remember when we were learning about polar animals, how the penguin dad also helps to take care of the egg. So sometimes dads take care of eggs too. Those don't look like eggs to me, but they were laid in the sea. This is a shark egg. And this one is by a ray. It's called a mermaid's purse, they say. So, ray and shark eggs. The octopus is said to shed 100,000 eggs, and then to hang them up in strings attached to rocks or caves. So all of these thousands and thousands of octopus eggs. The moon snail's eggs are mixed up with sand to form this collar-looking band. Spiders wrap their eggs in sacks. There's the spider's egg sac. And snails, you know, are very slow, but they lay eggs that hatch and grow, and so do insects. Just like we were learning about last week. They have 6 legs and they lay many different kinds of eggs. And this one, you might remember this one, it will hatch into a caterpillar. who will eat and grow and grow and grow and grow and then climb up a stem and change into this, a chrysalis, and then change again one summer morn, because that's how a butterfly is born. Animals with fur or hair who nurse their young and don't lay eggs are known as mammals. So people like us, we are mammals because we have hair and we nurse our young. These two are exceptions. They are mammals that lay eggs because usually mammals do not lay eggs. They grow their babies inside their bodies. These are two animals that live in Australia that are mammals who lay eggs. They're the only two, the spiny anteater and the duck-billed platypus. Chickens aren't the only ones. There's no more to discuss. Everyone who lays an egg is oviparous. Can you say that with me? Oviparous. Oh, I knew you could do it. Oviparous. That means an egg layer. And look at all these animals that lay eggs. Animals who don't lay eggs have babies born alive and well, but that's another tale to tell. So cats and dogs and rabbits and people are all mammals, and lots of other animals too that grow their babies inside their bodies. And that is the end of Chickens Aren't the Only Ones. And now we're going to make our graph. So you might need to get your graph paper that I sent to you. It would be in your packet, or your mom or dad could print it out for you so that you can make the graph. So you'll need this. If you don't have it, you can stop the video for a minute and go get it. And you'll need some kind of something to mark it with, like a pencil or crayon or marker, so that you can mark what animals we get. So we're going to play the tap, tap, the egg crack game. You played that with me before. And then we're going to see how many animals have 0 legs, how many animals have 2 legs, how many animals have 4 legs, how many animals have 6 legs, how many animals have 8 legs, and how many animals have 10 legs. That is a lot of legs. Okay, so here I have animals inside my eggs, and as we find them, as we get them out, I want you to mark your graph the same way I'm putting the animal on there, but instead you will color in a box. All right, so I'm going to pick an egg. I'm going to pick this one. Here we go. Tap, tap. The egg cracked. And inside is a grasshopper. I'm going to make my grasshopper hop over. Ooh, how many legs does he have? Before I got to figure out how many legs he has so we can figure out where he goes on the graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you probably remember that from last week when we were learning about butterflies, because grasshoppers are insects like butterflies. So all insects have 6 legs. So I'm going to hop him over. Here I go. Bounce, bounce, bounce over to the first square where it says 6 legs, because that's how many legs a grasshopper has. All right, here we go. Another one. Tap, tap. The egg cracked. And what's inside this one? Oh, it's another insect. Kind of looks like a bee. Bzzz. It's going to have the same number of legs because it's an insect. So it's got 3 on each side. 3 and 3 makes 6. And here it goes. Bzzz. Now we have 2 animals with 6 legs. So you will make sure you have 2 boxes colored on your graph right above where it says 6 legs. All right, let's get another egg. Tap, tap. The egg cracked. And what's inside? Ooh, something different. It's a squid. Squids live in the ocean. They don't need any legs because they swim. Squids lay eggs and they live in the ocean. I'm going to swim my squid over to the 0 legs because it has no legs. And it's going to be my first animal that has 0 legs. Getting another one. I think I'll try this little one. Tap, tap. The egg cracked. What's inside this one? It's a ladybug. And ladybugs have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All insects have 6 legs. So I'm going to crawl my ladybug over here. Ooh, now the animals that have 6 legs already have 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. There's more of them than any of the others so far, but that might change as we get more animals. Let's see what other animals we have in here. Other animals who lay eggs. Tap, tap, the egg cracked. It's a chicken. Chickens only have how many legs? 2. You got it. They have 2 legs. And I'm going to bring this chicken, I'm going to walk him over on his 2 legs, her over on her 2 legs, right here to that first square on the graph. All right, so we have 1 animal with 0 legs, 1 animal with 2 legs, no animals that have 4 legs yet, 3 animals that are 6-legged, and none with 8 legs, and none with 10 legs. Let's keep going. Ooh, I'm going to get a big one. Tap, tap, the egg cracked. What's inside? Oh, seahorse. So we learned about the seahorse, how they lay the eggs in the father's pouch, and then the dad takes care of them. They don't have any legs. They live in the ocean. They use their body to swim. So I'm going to swim that seahorse over to 0. He goes right with his squid friend. So now we have 2 animals that don't have any legs. Let's try another one. Tap, tap, the egg cracked. What's in here? Ooh, it's a crab, another ocean animal. But this ocean animal lives at the bottom of the ocean and also can come on land, so he has a lot of legs. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 legs on the crab. So he goes way down here at the end of the graph. So far, he's our only animal that has 10 legs. All right, so we've got 2 there and 2 with no legs, 1 chicken that has 2 legs. We're still looking for animals that have 4 legs. So far, the insects with 6 legs have the most. None with 8 and just 1 with 10 legs. Let's see what's coming up. Tap, tap, the egg cracked. Inside we have a goose. How many legs does the goose have? Honk, honk. Yep, you're right. It has 2 legs. It's going to walk over to join its chicken friend, and it's going to be the second animal with 2 legs. And now we have 2 groups that are equal. The one with 0 legs and the one with 2 legs are equal. They're the same amount in each group. All right, here we go. Tap, tap, the egg cracked. Oh, it's a turtle. How many legs on that turtle? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 legs. It's our first one. I am going to walk that turtle over to that first square, and you're going to color in 1 above the 4-legged animals on your graph. Perfect. Tap, tap, the egg cracked. And inside it is a dragonfly, another insect. Dragonflies, just like all insects, have how many legs? You remembered, 6. 3 on each side. We're going to fly her over right here to be part of her insect group friend with all the animals that have 6 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. That definitely has the most so far. Do you see the one with the least so far? Yeah, that would be the one with 8 legs because there are 0 animals there. So that one has the least. But I bet there's going to be something with 8 legs. I'm trying to think of an 8-legged animal. Ooh, I thought of one. Did you think of one? Let's see if we find it. Tap, tap, the egg cracked. It's another insect. Looks like a wasp. And the wasp has 1, 2, 3 on this side, 1, 2, 3 on the other side. 3 plus 3 makes 6. You got it. And I'm going to add that wasp right here. Wow, those insects all have 6 legs, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. There's a lot of them. All right, here we go. Tap, tap, the egg cracked. What's in here? An alligator. How many legs on the alligator? 1, 2, 3, 4. You got it. It's gonna walk over there with its turtle friend, and there'll be 2 of them. So you should have 2 boxes colored above the 4-legged animals. We just have a few left. I picked enough eggs for every friend in our class. Do you remember how many that is? 16, that's right. So we just have 4 left, and then we'll be done with this graph. Tap, tap, the egg cracked. What's inside this egg? Oh, it's a spider. That's just what I was thinking for an 8-legged animal, because it has 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other side. 4 plus 4 makes 8. So it is our first 8-legged animal, and it's going to crawl right over there to that first box. And now we have 2 that are equal. 1 animal that has 10 legs and 1 animal that has 8 legs. Oh, and these 3 groups are equal here. See how they're all the same height on the graph? That shows you that they're the same number. They all have 2 in each of those groups. Ready? Crack, crack. The egg cracked. Oh, I said that wrong, didn't I? Okay, let's try that again. Tap, tap. The egg cracked. There we go. Now I said it right. I make mistakes too. That's okay. All right, what's in here? Oh, it's a snake. Any legs on the snake? No, no legs on the snake. It's gonna slither over to be in the 0-leg group, and now we have 1, 2, 3 animals with 0 legs. Now it's more than the 2-legged or the 4-legged group. Tap, tap, the egg cracked. Oh, it's a fish. Does the fish have any legs? No, it swims. It doesn't need legs in the water. So we're gonna swim that fish over to be in the 0-leg group. And now there are 1, 2, 3, 4 animals in the 0-legged group. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes colored on your graph. All right, we're on the last one. Ready? Tap, tap. The egg cracked. What's gonna be in this last one? It's a turkey, another bird. All right, and the turkey, you know how many legs that is. Just 2 legs on the turkey. So he's gonna walk over, gobble, 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 to be with his goose and chicken friends. And now there are 3 in that group. All right, so look at your graph and make sure your numbers match mine. Do you have 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes colored for the 0-legged animals? The animals that have no legs? That's how many you should have. Do you have 1, 2, 3 of animals that only have 2 legs? I bet you do. Do you have 1, 2 boxes colored above the 4-legged animals? This one has the most, right? The animals with 6 legs. There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes colored on that one. That one is the most. You see how it's taller than any of the other groups because it has the most. Only 1 box colored for your 8-legged animals and 1 box colored for your 10-legged animals, which is the crab. And you did it. Is there one with the least? We've talked about least before. Least means the smallest. Well, on this graph, there isn't one that is the least. There are 2 that only have one animal. So we don't have one that is the least, but these two have less than any of the others. If we just had something that had 0, like if we didn't find the spider, then that would be the one with the least, right? Whichever is the smallest number. But those two are equal. They're the same. All right, my friends. Well, I had so much fun reading with you and doing our egg layer graph. And I hope you learned so much about egg-laying animals, because it's really interesting to know about all the animals that lay eggs, especially since we're seeing so many eggs for Easter. And I will see you really soon. Missing you. Bye, friends.